President Muhammadu Buhari's anti-corruption war over a year since he got into office. If there is one thing the president said he wanted to fight to his nails, in fact, he had also said that he would want to be remembered as a president who fought corruption to his nails. So a lot of people will be asking questions. Well, okay, that's good. But after 1 year, what do we have? Mr. G.T. Ogunye has been talking to us on this matter as the NBA and the EFCC debate over their prosecutorial powers of the EFCC. So now, one will wonder, at this level that we're going, we've seen the Presidential Committee on Anti-Corruption headed by Professor Issa Sage. We've seen other committee that is said to be domiciled in the office of the Vice President. We've also seen that the EFCC will be reinvigorated in its fight against graft. What do you think would be needed for the EFCC, for example, if they retain their prosecutorial powers to be able to fight the anti-corruption war efficiently?
You know, the EFCC needs to be more independent.
Really?
Yeah.
Like having their funds not domiciled under the presidency?
Yeah. It needs to be more independent. Even in terms of its composition, it needs to be more independent. Because, you know, EFCC has been a work in progress. We're not just seeing EFCC now. We saw what happened at a particular point in the history of EFCC when the commission was disabled and castrated and indeed dispersed. That happened. Okay? And indeed, at that time, when Mrs. Farida Waziri was brought into the EFCC, she experimented with this senior advocate of Nigeria by engaging them to come and be prosecuting on behalf of the EFCC. And some of those cases they prosecuted didn't see the light of day. As a matter of fact, you must be aware, Nigerians are aware, that at a particular time, Justice Ashibank, who is now out of the bench, had to rule that certain senior advocate of Nigeria, led by J.B. Daudu, shouldn't be allowed to prosecute again for the federal government of Nigeria. That ruling has not been appealed against.
What reason? Why? What was the reason?
Because he quarreled with the way the case was being handled and the conduct of those senior advocates of Nigeria.
So lawyers basically are the center of all of these, and a lot of people will say, why are you people frustrating the anti-corruption?
Lawyers are not frustrating the anti-corruption, and that's what I've told you. You need to make a distinction. Indeed, a good organization can become bad when it is led astray.
Why are some of your friends like that? One will be asking questions. Some of your friends have gone rogue. I mean, lawyers have sworn to uphold the law, but some of them have been prosecuted now, and some of them have been seen to be against the law.
I just want to remind you that they've not been found guilty.
Oh, that's
what rankles, however.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go again.
Yeah, but what rankles, however, is that even while that process was going on, some senior advocate of Nigeria heedlessly took to that court to intimidate the court in their huge numbers to say that one of them is being victimized and persecuted. That's what rankles. That's what conveyed the impression that lawyers are for corruption. It is not the fact that one lawyer is being arraigned. Lawyers get arraigned everywhere. The last time I checked, I was told that there was one lawyer in England who represented Chief James Ibori, and he was sent to jail. So it's not an exclusive, preserve of Nigerian lawyers that you find one or two of them being prosecuted. But when you then see one who is facing a serious ethical challenge being celebrated by others, you know, who trunk that court, they convey the impression that lawyers in their huge numbers are celebrating corruption, and that's what rankles. It's not even the fact that one errant, quote and unquote, member is being arraigned. I mean, doctors get arraigned, professional accountants get arraigned, right? Other professionals get arraigned.
But again, if you look at let's look at this aspect, Mr. Ogunye. We've seen a lot of prosecutions, a lot of investigations going on, and when that happens, several weeks into someone being arrested by the EFCC, such persons are not even they're in EFCC custody without even being charged.
Those persons are encouraged to go to court and sue the EFCC. They can hire lawyers to do that for them.
As we close now, it looks so much that there is a long way to go in this fight against corruption. Do you think there is a political will in this present government to do that?
I think that there's a political will. However, I want to pray that that political will be strengthened, and that in terms of its horizontal import and vertical penetration, you then have all and sundry who are deemed corrupt, who have cases of corruption against them, being dragged into the anti-corruption net.
Mr. Ajitogbe, many thanks for talking to us, especially there's a lot talking about some of your friends who are corrupt. Many thanks many thanks so much. And that's our show for tonight. Many thanks for being part of it. Till some other time, I'm Joe Akimbale. Bye for now.